Good morning. This is day 23 of our reading plan. We're reading the 14th chapter of John today. John 14, fantastic stuff that we hear all too seldom. Don't wait until a funeral to read the 14th chapter of John and think about it. It's something that's good all the time. Jesus describes more of a wedding than a funeral. So let me describe a wedding to you. Back in those days, the groom would leave, he'd fall in love, and he would leave and go build a house or fix a house or make room in a house and get the place ready. Then he would come back, get the bride, and when he came to the bride's house, then they had a ceremony. After the ceremony, the entire wedding party went back with the groom to the groom's house, and they had the reception, and then now that became the bride's house. So that is the scene that's described here. Listen how it fits in with what Jesus is saying. In my Father's house there are many dwelling places. If not, I would have told you. I'm going away to prepare a place for you. If I go away, I will come back and receive you to myself, so that where I am, you may be also. Isn't that wonderful? That's just a blessing to think about that. This is what we call a first-class conditional sentence in the study of Greek. It's a fancy way of saying if then. If I go, then I will come back and get you. Simple as that. If one happens, the other will happen. Can't help it. So, I think about this passage of Scripture here in terms of the three guys, the three disciples that asked Jesus questions that kept the discussion moving along. Thomas says, "We don't know the way." Jesus said, "I am the way." Philip said, "We'd like to see God." And Jesus said, "If you've seen me, you have seen God." Just plain speak there, isn't it? And then Judas says, how are you going to show us? How are you going to reveal yourself to us and not to everyone in the world? We understand and we know God because of the love relationship that we have with God. So these three guys kept that discussion moving forward there. I have here a project I'd been telling you about, refinishing the piece of furniture, and it's ready. It's complete. The only thing left, now isn't that shiny? I really like the way that came out. The only thing that's left in this is to take it inside the house. So, God's still working on me because he hadn't come back to get me and take me into the house. And we're looking forward to that day when he returns, claims his bride, and takes us back into his house so that we can then live in heaven with Jesus forever. And that's a promise. Be blessed.